Cool beans. Thank you. Should we introduce ourselves yet? So everyone who's watching, which is probably all one of you, I'd like to introduce myself. How you doing? I'm Harmeet, and I'm casting here with
Pavan. Hi, how is everyone doing?
Big Boy Pavi, rocking out a little rainbow game at the minute. So potentially one of each league, little friendly.
Yeah, that's the intention. So it's supposed to be one diamond, plat, gold, silver, bronze, if I recall correctly. I don't think that's actually happened, but we've tried to split
Yeah, I
it out
think
as
what it
evenly
turned
as
into
possible.
is one plat, another plat, maybe a third plat, just
Yeah,
because
and
we
then one
need people,
unranked
right?
just to balance it out. Like,
It'd be quite interesting just to watch the people that I haven't seen play in ages.
yeah, I mean, when you look at Oriana's champion page, her secondary is support, which is what Kahan is playing. So I'm looking forward to
Is
seeing
he playing Ori support?
Well, he's playing support. I'm trying to convince him to play Ori support because that is
Do
his
it.
secondary.
Exactly,
But
just
I
do it.
think he's a little bit reluctant.
You know what? I'm trying to convince him to play Jason Zed, and you know what? The best way to learn a champion is play him support. That's my idea. Play him support, mate. Just go for it.
Yeah.
If you can't man mode in a friendly.
They were joking about Lucian support in the Rainbow chat before. I would love to see that.
That's not a joke.
Love to see it.
I'm gonna message him right now, tell him do it.
Yeah, if they do it, they're in champ
I just
select,
did.
so.
We're making it a thing. But it's just because I haven't played it in so long. Looking back at the runes and masteries, everything just looks so
It just
new.
looks really different, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, back what season? Which season are we in now? Is it end of season 4, right?
We're finishing season 4 like
Yeah.
next couple
So
of weeks.
I like the most recent masteries I can remember was season 3. Quickly flicking them up, I can tell which one's which. Now I'm just looking at it, being like, "Oh, this is cooldown reduction. This is a cool new thing."
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like they're in game. Should we start spectate?
Yeah, we'll probably have
Do
a
it.
3-minute delay.
Yeah, let's do it. Have a quick look at the champions.
Yeah, so let's discuss the champions. On blue side, looks like we have an Annie support with a Trist ADC, a Volibear jungle, Brand mid, and Vlad top.
Silicon
teleports.
Carnage. I feel like I know that name.
Yeah, I was playing with them yesterday when we were just playing a pub game. And
Okay,
then
so-
vegetable. Oh, they went blind pick. It looks like.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah, they went blind pick because there's 2 Trists, which is funny because Trist has been nerfed like hell. So
Yeah.
I wanted to pick
That's
Lucian.
an interesting one.
Scion top. It's also funny that blue side doesn't have a teleport, so it doesn't seem that they need that.
I'm loving the Sai on top. I haven't seen him
Kahan's
in
gone
game yet,
mid-Zed.
and I'm so up for this.
Kahan's gone mid-Zed, so let's see the.
He has
let's see
gone.
the
Oh,
cheese.
finally! Right. Okay. So this is.
So
I've been
this should
trying
be
to
fun.
convince him to try melee champions in mid, and
I
he's
mean,
been a little bit anti it. And right
The
now
thing
we're
is,
going to
like,
see it.
we saw his Ari on Wednesday, and I mean,
Yeah.
that wasn't a champion he practiced on, and he did get a bit shit on, so.
I know, but he smashed it at the end. Didn't he go like 17 kills?
Oh, did he? I didn't see. I don't know. His version of it was I did
think-
bugging terribly that game.
I was joking.
Oh, I was like, okay, because I
Nah.
couldn't recall him getting any kills.
But you know what? When he plays his champions that he knows, he absolutely smashes it.
Yeah.
But if we see the just little differences up, so with top lane we got a melee ranged match, same in a mid lane. But that being said,
Yep.
when Zed hits that 6, he might be able to go in for the power spike.
Yeah.
I'm loving the Rammus. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so up
Yeah.
for seeing this Rammus.
Ramos
jungle.
has like one of the, if not the highest win rate in solo queue right now. So
Oh,
I mean,
really?
obviously, yeah. So obviously something's going well there.
Yeah. See, I always see Rammus as a very strong solo queue champion, but in 5s, I think he lacks in certain areas that other junglers pick up on. But you know
I mean,
what?
Shooks Ramos did get banned in Worlds, so let's see. There's obviously something
That is
behind
true,
it.
exactly. But you know what? It's a friendly game, so this is where we like to see our
Yeah.
interesting strats.
It's YOLO Q, man.
That's the
Rainbow.
one. So given it's a Trist down bot lane, we're gonna go. Oh, Trist is running no ghost. Is that intentional, or does he not have ghost yet?
But not have flash, you mean? I don't know. Vegetable
flash,
dog.
sorry.
Oh yeah, he might not have flash actually. That's
I feel he
Interesting.
probably just hasn't hit all the level 12
that would probably
or
be the
whatever it
most
is.
likely explanation.
Exactly. Or you know
So
what
what
he's
team
trying
what
new
team are you
OP
predicting
strats.
to what team are you predicting to win this? I'm looking at blue right now.
I'm caught between knowing players who I know do well and seeing champions which I think will work better together.
Yeah, if I just looked at the team comps, I would say purple immediately, but I know Kahan hasn't played Zed ever. So
I think
that alone means like he's gonna lose his ability to carry
I think
the game.
I think blue side have got a really strong AoE comp. I think this might allow them
Yeah.
to do quite well. They've got the Vlad up top lane.
Yeah.
What was it? Brand in mid. But Brand is also a little bit of a tricky one. Who was the jungler for purple again?
Purple's jungler was Ramos and blue's was Volibear.
Rammus, right. So Rammus against Brand might be an interesting one because if he can escape the sun and go in for those power ganks, he might be able to get Zed. Might be able to get Zed fed early.
Okay.
And you know what? A Kahan fed early. It's not something you like. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. But yeah, Trist has been nerfed quite hard. I'm really surprised to see Trist on both sides.
Just maybe trying out new things. I didn't really see Trist in many of the games that we saw for the NUEL as well.
Yeah, because she's been nerfed since like 4.1.4. Like she was even okay in Worlds. Like during the LCS playoff, she was quite popular because no one knew how to deal with her. And then in Worlds, they were just like pick Lucian, duh, and that's what they ended up doing. So they would just pick Lucian into Trist and literally.
And we do see, we are seeing the 3-for-1 skin. So you know what, Purple side already got 3 times as many chances to win.
Yep, and you can see the borders as well.
Oh, Sion is an absolute tank.
Yeah.
That is probably the biggest champion I've ever seen.
Yeah, they made Sion really huge now.
Yeah, it reminds me of a barbarian. I like it.
I haven't seen a Sion hit his ulti yet, like ever.
Oh really?
So let's see.
I've seen it a couple of times on the subreddit, and that's about it. But I'm hoping for some big boy ults. Potentially teleport down into maybe teleport somewhere near the river down bot lane. Yeah. Charge straight into Dragon.
I don't know.
Go man mode. Having a quick look at the items, seems pretty standard items all round.
Yeah, Volibear starting a sweeper instead of a Vision Ward being the only what I would call a
we are seeing Annie's picked up Doran's ring instead of a more defensive item of Warns.
Brand's the support.
Who's the support?
Brand is.
Oh,
Brand's got the
spell
thieves.
I like where this is going.
This is hilarious. This changes the game completely.
This is what I'm talking about. OP strats.
An Annie mid versus a Zed. Oh, it's definitely blue team winning now. I'm sorry.
They're going for a little bit of a wild engage. There's no wards in the bot. There's no wards in the middle. Even though Vlad is standing very close and he has no idea.
And that's Brand getting some gold off of that spell thieves.
Exactly.
10 gold. Oh, 15.
That's the way you win. Start from scratch. I haven't actually talked about. I've never seen that Zed skin in game, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't wait for the S4 skins. Honestly, I want to see the imp Twitch. They're gonna put his hair on it and everything. It's probably gonna look amazing.
Who's
like
the
red-haired
jungler
Twitch.
skin coming out?
Jungler. What are they doing for the jungler? I don't remember. It wasn't Jarvan. I can't remember.
Whoever it is, I'll end up buying it.
Was it Lee Sin? I think they did Lee Sin last year.
Maybe, but Lee Sin does have he's got an SKT skin.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They did Lee Sin last year.
Yeah.
I know they said Thresh would be the support.
Yes.
And it's going to be red.
Oh, okay, that's quite cool. We're seeing pretty standard lanes all round.
It's Rengar, of course. Obviously Rengar.
Oh, that was it. I remember Dan telling me about it now. It's Rengar. Not too happy about that one. I'm not such a good Rengar player.
Yeah. So Vlad missing a little bit of CS in the top. Sion looked like he wanted to fast push and then stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, seeing, as I said before, pretty standard lanes.
Safe. Yeah, standard blue start for both sides.
Yeah. I would be really interested to see how both these junglers get in for their ganks, because they're both very high mobility requiring junglers.
Yeah.
Both junglers who wards might be able to definitely reduce their gank potential high.
Yeah. You can see Morgana now going for sustain as well, only getting, is it 2 biscuits and getting a ward instead?
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of damage coming down on mid as well. Both mid lanes taken pretty low. Little bit of poke going out both ways, and they're chugging pops up.
Yep, you can see the supports as well, trying to get the most of their spell thieves by poking the heck out of each other.
So, that's what I love to see in a support. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, Morgana lining that clutch binding onto Brand.
His binds in as well.
Yeah, it's excellent stuff.
I will be interested to see how this Brand support works out, because he is very low on mana already.
Oh, and Kahan getting stunned by the Annie.
Pots running low on both of them. Kahan's run out of both of them, have actually run out of pots.
Yep.
And he may be a little bit more health there with the Doran's ring.
Yeah, and have a bit more sustain too, although Kahan is manaless. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Up in the top lane, Blood taking a huge amount of poke from Sion.
True. And let's just talk about this new Sion a little bit. How do you think the new Sion fares up against characters like Vlad? A bit more sustainy, a bit more waiting till level 9.
I'm not sure. I feel like, you know, he just needs to be a lot more passive. But I don't know, he seems to be bullying into the lane
And
quite
we
a
are
lot.
seeing a gank coming up. There's no wards coming up straight down top lane, and Rammus will be able to get in. The pull does come out. Potentially the flash away. He does manage to get the Q land, does manage to get the taunt, and this will be the stun, and a dead Vlad. First blood going over to Sion.
And Volley came mid lane, but Zed spotted it, so nothing much happened. Annie quite low. Probably gonna have to
I don't think Annie will be able to follow up on that gank anyway. Was quite interesting actually. Very good gank there from Rammus, and also I'm gonna have to say, a slight lack of warding there from Vlad.
Yeah.
Midge.
Red side has been using their trinkets to the most. And blue side not so much.
You see,
Kahan's... if Volley's gonna try for the Zed. Not for the Gankan side, yeah.
Might need to go whole lane there. Annie is getting a little low. Did take that poke as well.
Yeah, so it looks like Annie's gonna back.
And Kahan's doing a great job as well against this Annie.
Yeah, pretty good. Oh, and this Volley as well. Jumping in with the shadow.
Quite an aggressive Volley. Manages to pop the ultimate, pop the passive. No, passive still stays up.
Yeah, even out the trade.
And
missing up top, but Sion's just recalled, so doesn't teleport back to lane, probably saving it for a dragon fight.
Yeah, and if you see the top lane differences in items in CS now you can see where that big first kill managed, and more importantly, the big CS advantage managed to get for the Sion.
Yeah. What does it look like he's building though? Isn't that Last Whisper items there?
I think it'd probably go into a Tiamat.
Tiamat, there we go. Yeah, that's exactly what it would be.
And
with the flash mid. Oh wow.
A lot of damage coming out.
So
Kahan
flash
does manage to
burn
get
for
out.
Volley and for... Oh, for Annie as well. Kahan did use his flash. I assumed it Zed flash, but no, he managed to get away.
I assume Zed just uses popped a shadow, got out there, so I'm gonna have to say great play on behalf of Kahan. Managed to get out the gank, go back, which I assume he's going to do relatively soon anyway, given Annie's just come back with items, and he can go back to lane with a nice power spike and a lack of flash for Annie.
Yeah, Ramos is going to take advantage of that, hopefully.
Definitely, I think you can bet your bottom dollar that Ramos will be back in that mid lane sometime soon.
Yeah. Looks like he's hovering around there now, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here.
Potentially going for a gank down bot. We do see Ramos going down. Brand is sticking around for a while. He is walking over that ward though.
Yeah, they know he's there. And they also know that Ramos is in that bush because he stood on a ward, so let's see where they go.
We do see a gank up top lane though. Volley does chase out the Sion.
Yep,
Sion does get flipped.
They might be able to do something.
We do see the stun coming out from Sion. I think it will be a dead Sion.
Completely missing his... Oh, let's see what he can do here. Not enough movement. Oh, there we go. He might be able to get something. Nope,
I think he does manage. He manages to pop the passive off Volley.
Yeah, I didn't manage to kill him though.
So that's Sion passive. Given I haven't played in a while, so that sticks him back to life. And what does it give him? Movement
it gives him like a ton of lifesteal, movement speed and lifesteal, and then it keeps on like his health decays, and it decays quicker and quicker. So even though he is lifestealing, there will come a point where he literally can't lifesteal past the health going down.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's one of an interesting sort.
But I've seen like post Sion death like triple kills. Yeah, exactly.
Oh really?
I've seen triple kills with his passive and like the Baron pit and stuff. It can be really quite hilarious when it does happen, but it rarely does.
Maybe we'll be able to see something in this game. We do see a little bit of QQ coming out from Vlad. Didn't take Telly because they thought I was going mid.
Because he thought he was mid. That's quite funny.
Yeah, we do see Sion does use the teleport to get back into lane, which means he probably won't have that for any early dragon fights at the minute. Yeah. But he is able to come back and collect all that CC. Sorry, that's CS even. Collecting all CC, getting back into lane.
Collecting all that crowd control.
Yeah,
well, he is a tank, that's what he's meant to do.
That would be a shame. We do see Vlad does a big amount of burst damage though.
Yeah. So Ramos taking second blue, Zed doesn't really need it, but Volley giving it over to Annie, or trying to anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't help, no, he's ended up taking it.
Volley is taking it for himself. I think Volley hasn't, both Volley and Ramos, 0-0-1, doing a good job with doing a few ganks here or there. We do see another gank coming out to top lane. I think he might be able to pull his way out of this one.
Yep, and Zed roaming down bot as well, but they've seen him in a ward, but he's still going
He still will be able to get there. I think the shadow does go in. We see a lot of damage going down to Zed, and I think that is already a dead Brand.
There goes Brand. They're going to try for the Triss. They're not going to be able to get anything out of this, though.
He does manage to pop the barrier.
Excellent, well done. And the top lane is a 2v2. Oh, Sion landing his knock-up on both of them. Let's see what happens here. Volley trying to get away, but Sion ultiing.
Incredible. So let's just
that double kill for Ramos.
Let's have a little think about what just happened there. That was 3 kills round the board.
Yep.
Oh, 3 kills around the board. Annie does manage to get one back, but she will pay with her life.
Yep.
3k gold ahead though. 9 minutes in and already 7 kills. We are seeing a very aggressive start from both teams, specifically Purple Team.
Yeah, with Ramos on top and them having killed the Triss, they weren't able to do the dragon there. So that was a bit unfortunate in terms of the positioning.
I'm going to have to say there was a great gank coming down from Kahan. And Annie did have the opportunity to push up that mid. She decided to go bot instead, pick up a kill for herself and hold lane. Slightly more of a defensive play there.
Kahan probably going to base now. Pick up a couple more items. He's sitting on
1.6.
Yeah, good.
Go for the BF sword. You know you want to.
You'll probably get a cutlass.
Yeah. You see Brutalizer coming out actually.
Brutalizer and Hex Drinker.
Yeah, also good. Getting that early CDR.
Vlad eating a tower hit like a complete noob.
Like a complete boss, let's call it. Let's take it.
Yeah.
Does manage to get hit by the stun. Sion is managed to getting a lot of damage down with that Tiamat as well.
Yeah.
A lot of damage. Sion takes Vlad down to half healthy. I think he will be able to walk his way out of this one.
Yeah.
Even so, good poke there coming out from Sion.
Ramos bang an ancient golem. Tanky. Oh, Kahan going in.
Go ham. Do it. Ramos going for quite a standard, typical Ramos build there. So tanky with the Moby boots as well to get in for those quick ganks.
Yep. Volley tried to gank but stood on a ward.
Yeah.
So has to back away.
He's going for a bit of an invade actually. We might see a little bit of one-on-one here. Jungler brawl.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Tanky brawl. That's what I like.
Ramos with the double buffs.
They do both have red. We do see Zed coming in. Yeah. No response here from bot lane because I think they're slightly too far pushed back.
Yeah, nothing happens there. Brand tries to come up, but there's nothing to come up to. Are they gonna... Oh, flash
Oh, a lot
burn.
of damage here down to Annie. I think this will be a dead Annie. He does manage to get out of it. We do see the Brandal coming out. Actually, he doesn't manage. It only hits twice. The flash in from Volley, very aggressive flash. Zed does manage to just pop out. Ignite going down on Ramos, and I think both of them will be able to get out of this gank unless any tower dives.
Ooh, baby. No, they won't be able to dive this early. And here comes Sion with the ulti. Let's see what happens here.
Here we go.
Oh, he lands it. Amazing.
He hits it straight away.
Amazing. Does he get the double?
Instantly a dead Brand as well. A lot of damage going down on the Volley Bear. He has to be a little bit careful. He doesn't have his passive.
Oh, why did he flash? You have a passive, Sion.
I think that's fair enough.
I don't agree with that.
Don't give any excess kills.
Oh, I could have gotten that kill. Giving Volley a kill isn't that bad. Come on, make the match entertaining. Need to win, guys.
Oh, there we go. Do what Kahan's doing. Go mad mode. Don't die to minions.
Yeah, exactly. This is how you do it. Take the creep hits like a champ.
We have to see. Very well played there from Purple side.
Yeah,
absolutely
Sion
incredible.
Teleporting back top again.
Yeah, get the kill onto Annie. Manage to back out. Pop an ignite from blue team and still get out as well.
If any purple team heard me say, I didn't think that you would win. I'm sorry about that.
If he's continued on that recall, Annie would have had the easiest kill of her life.
Yeah.
If we take a second to have a look at the CS differences, we see pretty even CS down in bot lane. A good 5 CS difference, but on top of that, Purple side does have those 2 assists.
Yep.
Pretty even CS going down for the junglers as well. Mid lane, a little bit ahead for Kahan, and top lane significantly further ahead for Sion.
Yeah, definitely. Sion the first to hit 100 CS as well in 12 minutes. That's pretty
And we can
good.
see that it's coming very well into his favour in the fact that he's already finished off that Ravenous Hydra.
Yep, and finishing this tower as well from the looks of it.
Going for that pushy Sion. He's got the ability to teleport down to any dragons, which Vlad doesn't have the same.
Yeah, his teleport is down though because he ported top lane, so...
Yeah. We do see a little bit of damage going down on mid lane. Oh, we do see the ult coming out from Zed. A lot of damage going down.
All in's on both sides. Exhausted Zed.
Nice kill.
This, friends, is why you don't go all in on a Fed Zed.
He does pop the exhaust, but even so, still can't pop the still can't get out of the damage.
Too little, too late.
Exactly. Khan is racking up a nice amount of kills for himself.
Triss jumping up, but will they catch Brand? Oh, they don't manage to get the knockup, but I think they'll still be able to get this kill on Brand.
Definitely. That is
trying to get back Ramos in return, but Triss has no mana and no damage. This is that mid-game fall off that Triss just can't handle.
Triss does get the CS, but no... Sorry, does get the assist, but no assist there for Morgana.
Yeah.
We are seeing a very well fed Ramos though. He must be sitting on 1.3k goals.
Oh,
I
and
think.
Tris jumping in by
An aggressive
Trist and then walking out again. Yeah.
Actually, we do see a
Sion
lot of
just trying
gold
to
in the
own
pockets.
Blue side's jungle.
Hmm.
Oh, let's look at Sion. Oh, he tried to take their blue. That was not gonna happen.
I think he's got that. He's got the ability to show that big threat out in there. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Just bully. Oh, and he's coming back for it. Oh, he's taunting them.
He's Nunu botting away.
This should be quite funny.
A lot of damage going down into Tristan bot lane. I say purple.
He does have
side,
ulti
Tristan
as well,
bot
I
lane.
believe, so this should be quite hilarious. Oh, there we go. Stunning Vlad and then taunting again.
Hmm.
Always good. Vegetable Dog having to ghost away.
Yeah, we see a lot of fights all around the board here. Zed is coming in,
Oh,
actually.
Zed coming in. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on this. This should be the most hilarious fight ever. Oh, nothing doing. Sion taking blue.
I think most of them will back away at the minute. We do see a lot of gold in the pocket of purple side. Nearly 1,100 for 4 members sitting on.
Yeah.
With the exception of Zed.
Yeah, it was just what?
Hmm. And actually, we see the purple side Tristan has gone for a slightly more interesting. Ooh, Zed does go a little bit aggressive, bit of poke damage down, and gets back out. A lot more of an interesting start there for the purple side. Tristana didn't go for that early big damage BF sword like blue side.
Yeah.
And went for the double boots, and now has popped into a Zeal. So I think going for that early bloodburst, Phantom Dancer.
Yeah. Pretty weird building a Phantom Dancer on Triss, though. It's not really even conventional or remotely suggested. But Sion coming in with the ulti.
We do see Annie coming in for bot lane, however. This will be a big 4-on-4.
Oh, and Sion completely whiffing. But whatever, stops his ulti, still manages to take down Brand. Annie coming down, but being able to do, quite a good bit of damage, actually. Not managing to take down Vegetable Dog, however, but Triss jumping in, getting the reset, and then getting death marked and chunk down before even being able to jump away. Pity.
So much just happened in that last fight. Oh, yeah. It's still going on.
Oh, Sion getting flipped over. Here's his passive. Please get something. Oh, Annie stunning and then flashing away. What a pity. Oh, let's see what's happening with Kahan here, however, getting shielded by the Morgue.
I think Kahan will be able to pick this up, yeah. Well played.
What a flash.
He doesn't see Annie still in the brush, however. He manages to get away from it.
Still manages to get away. And in the top lane, Ramos going against Vlad as well.
And you have to think, Vlad and Ramos here are the same level.
Yeah.
A lot of damage going out.
Not
Vlad
scared
pops
of this
his
Brand.
ultimate,
Trusting his Morgana. Oh, let's please see him take this down.
Very well played here from Kahan.
Wow, that was amazing.
Very well played, pushing him back into his own minions there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm unhappy. You have to think about that whole fight in the sequence. That was a very scattered team fight, very one-on-one. So we did see the Ramos diving straight in onto the Brand. He did get killed himself and for Brand here. And then the fight sort of scattered a bit. Then Zed came in awkwardly. Annie came in, did manage to land the double stun. Sion did get popped down, but Annie in return had to back out.
Yeah, and then Brand coming in and just completely getting chunked down by Zed.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to
forgetting that he was playing support.
I'm gonna have to say in that fight again, Kahan playing very well, knowing the limitations of his character.
Yeah.
He did manage to pick up a few kills.
Yeah, for any people who are going to be playing UCL White soon, make sure to ban Kahan Zed.
I mean, don't ban Kahan Zed. He's not that great. He's not that great.
I don't know. I heard his Oriana's quite weak, but if you ban
don't ban anything. Don't ban.
Look at his 502 Zed. Like, you need to ban this. You know, leave his Ori up.
As I said again, very well played there from both teams, but I'm going to have to give the slight edge to purple side. We are seeing them on a 6, and he goes very aggressive here on the Annie. We do see him jumping in. Still hasn't popped that ultimate. We'll be able to back away.
Yeah.
Very aggressive flash out from Volibear. We see the exhaust coming down.
Yeah, they'll probably be able to take down Kahan, but will he be able to get a kill? Yes,
very well played there from Kahan. Ramos might be able to save him actually, grab the taunt. And potentially actually going back for the kill.
Oh, Volley managing to get the shutdown.
Slight miscommunication there. I think Kahan thought we were going back in, which I think they probably could have got the kill. And Ramos going for the slightly less risky play of taunting and being back off after.
Sion did have ulti as well, so they maybe thought Sion would have ulted in, but that just didn't happen.
Going back to a little bit more of a passive play now from both sides.
4.5k on the gold side. Sion coming in, bot coming in hot. Let's see
very
what happens.
hot.
Trist with a really crappy jump away.
That ultimate is fast.
Yeah,
very,
it is.
very fast. Trist actually ulting away the
President
brand.
getting chunked down.
I think this will be a dead Tristana. She has popped her jump away, and Sion does manage to clear that up to give it off to Tristana.
Sion going for the dive here. Shielded by Morgana. Not giving over the kill to Trist, but no worries. Trist burns Ghost for some reason. But
I think you have to say very well played from this Sion. He seems to be everywhere at all times.
Yeah, doing exactly what a top laner should be doing.
And most
pushing
importantly,
your tower and then getting the fights in.
And you see he still kept up in his CS while doing it. He's still up to 150, a good 20 ahead of Vlad as well.
Yep. And you have to give credit to Ramos too for those early
Oh, that's
that
a dead Morg.
to get him ahead. Yeah,
While managing to find a pick out on Morg.
Red side warding around Dragon, but not even nearly afraid of blue side stealing it. So, just doing his own thing.
Very, very good wards down on bot side. We see 4 wards going up to face the Dragon. Whereas blue side, slightly less so much on the Dragon itself, slightly less so much on bot side. And actually, we see very defensive wards coming out from both top laners.
Yeah, Ramos handing over blue to Zed for that cooldown reduction.
Yeah. I think at this point in time, that's definitely worth.
Yeah. Whereas Volley has his own blue, somehow doesn't manage to hand it over to Annie for whatever reason. I didn't see why I missed it, but
I think Vlad has to be very careful up in this top lane. Sion with a good pick would be able to kill him off quite quickly.
Yep.
He's going to pick out the blue actually, trying to get a little bit more experience.
Yeah, Vlad actually stealing blue side's blue, which Annie probably wants to come take with Volley there. Oh no, they might hand it over to Annie then.
I think he's left it be.
Leave it, okay.
Yeah.
Just afraid of the Sion.
If you have a quick look at,
fear to have.
I think if you have a quick look at the CS, you can see a big swing in CS on blue side's Tristana.
Yeah.
We are seeing a good 40 CS ahead. Is slightly behind in terms of kills and assists. Oh, this is just a one-on-one. It's just a one-on-one fight there. And actually, blue side Tristana popping a barrier. So purple side come out slightly ahead on that one. We do see Ramos waiting in the wings, and I think potentially this is going to be a dive on bot side with a dragon going after.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. All of red side collapsing on the blue bot lane.
Yeah, with Sion ultimate comes out, Ramos coming out as well.
Manages to hit the Trist.
I'm going to have to say excellent rotations there from red side. They do see them dive straight in, manage to pick up the Tristana and Brand as well, without taking very much damage.
And it doesn't look like they're going to overcommit as well. They've got
I think they're going for the Annie as well. Annie seems a little bit out of position, if I'm completely honest.
Yep.
But does pop
the horrible
flash
as well. What was that? And Volley coming in as well. I don't know why they thought that would have been a good idea, but
I think just a bit of a nervous flash.
Yeah.
But does manage to go down. 5 players of purple side still up. 4 players pushing down to bot lane.
Yeah, so that's the 3 outer turrets of blue side gone completely down. They seem to be going in for the second tower and forgetting about Dragon, which looks like a good call because they've got Zed there pushing the heck out of that tower.
I think they will be able to do quite a bit of damage down to the tower and potentially rotate back to get Dragon. Sion is going up to that top lane, probably be able to clear out that wave. Oh, we do see a big fight erupting. A lot of damage coming down onto blue side.
They're trying to take Ramos down.
Blue side does pick up the 2 kills.
Kahan flashing away.
I think they'll be able to get out of this one. Morgana and Tristana slightly caught out there.
But it looks like this might be a blue side Dragon.
Yeah. I think we do see Vlad back away actually, potentially rotate back up to top lane, stop the push of Sion.
Yeah. Best idea at this point.
Yeah.
Kahan messing around, trying to lay this Dragon.
I think he was actually quite successful at pushing them off Dragon.
You don't mess with a 714 Zed.
Yeah, I think that says it all.
Just saying.
That Zed is sitting on 2k gold as well.
Yeah, he's going to definitely finish that blade.
A big item, definitely.
Yep. Black Cleaver or maybe Youngs.
I think he'll probably go into the blade, get that big 1v1 potential.
Yeah. He only needs 500 more for his blade because he's got the attack speed as well.
And now we do see, despite Annie had that exhaust, potentially trying to stop those all-ins from Zed, it isn't working out that well for her. She is 5 kills down, Zed is 7 ahead. And I just don't think it was as successful as she thought it would be.
No. It's just the positioning in fight's been a bit poor.
I think Ramos playing a very big part in it as well. He's done very well to gank around the map, and even when he hasn't been around to gank, Sion has.
Yeah.
Now again, we do see 5 members of purple side rotating down to bot side. A little bit of fight erupting out. Sion dives straight past, but the purple side Tristana will go down. This will probably end up being a dead side. Both Tristana for blue and potentially Volibear does manage to land
clutch finding.
Thought getting out as well.
Down.
A lot of aggression coming out from purple side here.
Yeah.
Rammus popping Powerball, dives straight back in there, potentially going on for the pick on Annie. Annie doesn't have the flash available, but will stun and get out.
Sion missing the knock-up. Let's see what's going on. Bot lane's where all the action is. It's a 4v4.
Vlad is coming around for the side, potentially going for that ult. Only managed to pick off Sion in the ult. We do see Kahan hasn't actually jumped in yet, seeing a bit of a defensive side from purple. Now managed to go back in. I think he'll be able to.
And this should be a Z cleanup right here.
What he's actually had is purple side did end up slightly behind in that, but Sion will be able to clear up the Tristana, potentially coming back in for the Annie. Slightly whiffed E there, and will get taken down for this. Kahan going for the the jokey recall.
Let's go with the passive cheese. Come on. Oh, doesn't manage to get it down.
Very well played there from blue side. Does manage to get the pick off on Tristana and eliminate their big AD carry source of damage early on in the game, which put it as a 4v5.
Oh, definitely. That fight was nice.
We do see a little bit of a plea from our blue side Tristana. Leave us alone, cryface.
Yeah. No dragons taken yet this game. Objective control clearly a priority from both teams.
Yeah, we do see a lot of turret pushing here. 25 minutes in, no dragons, and a lot of kills, a lot of skirmishes.
Blue side finally managing to get a turret bot, stunning the Rammus.
It's Ion is coming around from the other side.
But unable to take him down.
I think it was a lead to either a dead Tristana or Annie. A
Sion. What a miss! Oh.
Beautiful. Dive straight past both of them. May actually lead to a
manages
dead
to knock back the Rammus. Oh, but
Tristana
still ends up killing
does manage
him
to
anyway.
get a kill off on Rammus. This will likely be a good Morgana
very
ult.
clutch by Morgana there.
And here, Sion, if he can manage to get the catch onto Annie, get that stun on, this might be Annie in a very bad position. She doesn't have that flash up from the last fight, doesn't have exhaust. And I think this will come down to the next binding. This will come down to the binding. Ooh, does manage to do a little juke there. I don't think it's going to save her for very long.
Yeah.
Very well played there by Sion.
And Zed going slightly man mode in mid.
Yeah.
Doesn't overcommit though.
I think for me, you have to take your hat off to Vlad here. Coming back from a very bad lane early on. Managed to catch up in CS to Sion. And actually managed to get 3-3-3.
Yeah, doing pretty well for himself considering he started out really badly.
Yeah, we've seen him
play. Are they going
to
get that top? Oh, they still managed to get the top turret with the creeps.
I think we've seen him play a little bit more defensive, a little bit less ganky around, such as Sion, but a little bit more focus on farming. And Lucy, a big flip out onto Sion. A lot of damage coming down on Sion. 3 members. Zed is coming round the side. May be able to get the catch off onto Volibear, but we do see blue side back off.
Might even decide to ignore volley and go straight for Trist. Binding misses. And Zed just gonna farm golems and see where the fight goes, but it looks like red side's backing away.
And Tristana doing the same thing, just on their own golems.
Yeah.
I do have to call there is a potential for a big pushing coming down on either mid or bot lane. We do have 3 members of purple side there, but Tristana is at wolves.
Looks like blue side could collapse on this, but red side has such a massive gold lead, it might not be worth doing.
Oh, but a very aggressive flash coming out from Zed here. This will be a dead Tristana. They are starting off the dragon. This will potentially be the first dragon of the game. No ward here from blue side.
Yep, completely dark on their end. And they don't look like they're going to contest it.
I think they're just going to leave that be. They are a good 8k behind. I think the only way they're coming back in for fights is they're going to have to pick very smart fights. Pick ones like they did beforehand, try and get picks off on Tristana.
Yeah, and he needs to land some 5-man Tibbers right there if he wants to have any hope of getting anything done.
5-man Tibbers. Always the most beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah, it's the best thing to see, especially on a mid lane Annie that's supposed to have damage. Let's comment on Annie's build for a bit. The Rod of Ages as opposed to his straight Rabadons to get that sustain out there. And then obviously as Anya's.
Trying to go for a little bit more of a tanky build, which I think is fair enough. You do have that Zed, the ability to get a lot of burst damage coming down. And also, you've got to take a second to think about As the later these fights go, the more purple side will be able to build up their MR. MR in this will be absolutely crucial. We see the big 3 damage members coming out from blue side, coming out in the form of Vlad, Brand, and Annie, are all AP.
Yep.
All AP and all AoE.
Brand with not much damage though, maxing that Frost Queen's claim.
Yeah.
Not something I normally advise doing. Morgana doing what I would normally do.
Oh, here we go. We do see the pick off onto Annie. Does manage to get the taunt. A very clutch taunt. His Z ult does manage to... slightly whiff fast there. Does pop the Zhonya's, but I feel like this will prolong the inevitable. And the exhaust comes out.
Yep. Also, Sion was ulting bot lane trying to catch out Brandon.
Yeah, a lot of very aggressive Rammus again. Jumps straight back in. And this will likely be a dead Brand. We do see a little bit of a split fight.
There is a dead Brand.
And the Volibear is trying to 1v1 the Zed at the minute.
Popping the barrier. Oh, she was too afraid to go in for the Rammus.
And
probably
Kahan.
a wise choice.
And very well played there from Purple side. Managed to get 3 picks off. They do have the 5v2 at the minute. And a flash coming out from Vegetable Dog. And he's trying to chase down that other Tristana.
Both Zed and Sion level 16 maxed ultis versus the highest level being 14 on blue side. So it really looks like this is red side's win. 11k gold lead at 30 minutes. This is just their game to win. Very,
very well played from Purple side. We do see Vlad trying to be their saving grace. Is 15. Does have 219 CS and big items coming out for Void Star. Don't go for the tower. We see a little bit of backing away on Purple side. Going for the slightly more defensive play, backing and buying up. And actually we do see blue side here trying to regroup down mid lane, potentially going for a little bit of a push while Purple side are back. I'm not sure how effective this will be.
And you can see blue side has pretty good vision, although it does have to be in their own side because they haven't pushed down many towers yet.
Yeah.
But their warding is pretty good. They should know at least if they're being invaded.
Yeah,
they are seeing, clear out that ward.
I think props there to Brand. He is managing to, more than anyone else, put down a good amount of wards. Keep vision, all of the middle side of middle part of river there. 6 wards going down. And this will likely be a little bit of a push down the mid
building
lane.
A Phantom Dancer.
And that is mid turret down for Purple side.
I don't understand Phantom Dancer on Triss when you have the attack speed stay right on your Q, but
it's an interesting one.
I don't know.
I'm not much of an AD carry player myself. I think they're probably potentially better for certain situations, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Rammus getting stunned there. That would have been a really good engage. Sion ulting
Do see
in.
Very aggressive Sion here. A lot of damage coming down. They are going for the tower dive here. Sion is able to tank this up with the tanky items he's got. A lot of damage coming down to Annie, but she does manage to eliminate the Zed ult with Zhonya's here. Nevertheless, a lot of damage coming down into blue side, and despite that,
going down, they're probably going to try and take down the Sion, who has a passive, so you should ignore him, which they are doing now. Focus on the Zed, who they're not going to be able to get. Oh, and Triss jumping in.
Aggressive Triss.
Trying to clean up. Will she get the Sion? Oh, let's see what Bob
does.
does.
Very aggressive Kahan there, jumps straight back in. Manages to get out as well, he does have a cleanse.
And let's see what the Sion passive can do for him this time. Chasing down Brand. Oh, Brand getting away with...
Rammus does manage to pick up the Annie, but Vlad in turn picks off the Zed. Very
Brand
interesting
getting away with 20 HP.
Very, very interesting team fight there. Slightly, a little bit over-aggressive, I would say, from Purple side. They are that 10k gold up, but diving 5 towers, especially for the Annie, who popped Zhonya's, mitigated a lot of that damage. Potentially slightly over-aggressive, overzealous.
Yeah. Although a 2v2, they didn't really lose out on that, but they should have come out better considering they have a 10k gold lead.
Yeah, nevertheless, we do see them back up, buy up, and go for the next push.
Considering that they were 3-0 on towers and now it's 4-3, you can see that their objective control isn't really as strong as it should be considering that they have a lead. They're not managing to capitalize on Kimmy disconnecting. We
are seeing, the Purple side support Morgana. It's had a little bit of connection issues. And if we take a second to have a look at the items coming out from Purple side, very aggressive items coming out from Morgana. She does have those Zhonya's, very common item for her ult, but then again she does have a needlessly large rod and a blasting wand. Sion diving straight in, past Annie, goes for the Brand.
And then looks like he's going to go out with Patrice to come in, waiting for the rest of his team.
Yeah. We do see will have to be a 4v5, but Morgana has reconnected. We're back onto normal lanes. But once again, we see with the Spirit Visage out from Rammus, I have to check it again. Sorry, Spirit Visage coming out for Sion. Banshee's Veil coming out for Rammus. A lot of MR on the front line of purple side.
Yeah, and it seems that they know that they shut down the Triss, so they're not even too worried about armor. They're just going for the MR here.
This is very crucial at the minute. Another, once again, does dive straight in. Does manage to get the taunt off and absolutely blow up Tristana. Tristana on the purple side managed to pop away at the Vladimir. Volibear diving straight in, and he does manage to get the pick off onto Morgana. Zed diving straight in onto the Annie. But once again, that's Zhonya's, and that exhaust lowering a lot of his damage. Tunnel visual here on Zed, and I'm going to have to say a very well played team fight from blue side here.
Yeah, how is blue side winning team fights? Sion passive cheese, Sion passive cheese.
Does go down.
No Sion passive cheese.
Rammus is the only one alive for purple side. Here we see it, a very, very well played from blue side and ending it up as a 2 for 4.
And I'm going to get Dragon as a result.
Very good.
But Rammus going in for
that. Rammus going in for that.
Oh, for the execute. Himself. Really not necessary.
Maybe he thought someone was chasing him. It's the only thing I can think. But we do see blue side here, very well rotated, managed to pick up the dragon, and will be able to get mid tower.
Yep, and top lane's pushing as well, so if I rotate up there, might be able to get that tower. Even bot lane's pushing, so the wave's on blue side's side.
I think one of the most crucial things in that fight is you've got to think 10k of purple side's gold, which is pretty much exactly the same amount as the AD carry actually, is on the Morgana.
Yeah.
He does have 4 kills, she does have those 12 assists, and she's got big items, Rabadon's Death Cap, Zhonya's Hourglass, and that was all damage that was not in the fight.
But that gold lead now, even less than 5k as blue side manages to catch up.
Actually, the more I think about it, the damage was in the fight, so I'm going to have to call it maybe a slightly off pick. They do manage to get the Tristana early game, right at the beginning, of blue side, but yet slightly scattered fight, and I think Zhonya is playing really big.
Yeah, Zhonya is always changing the flow of a fight. You really need to stop and think what's going to happen.
Definitely. A little bit of tunnel vision there from Zed onto Annie.
Annie stealing the red from Rammus. Well done. Dubbing Trist.
Does manage to go over to Tristana. Very well played. That Banshee's Veil will play very well into Rammus's fight. Yet does eliminate one of the stuns from scratch. Does manage to get the taunt off to Tristana. But once again, this is a very split team fight. It's 5v2 for the first little bit. We do see purple side coming back in now. A little very aggressive onto the Vladimir. Vladimir soaking up a lot of damage. Morgana will only be able to hit the Volibear. And once again, blue side playing very well fight. Kahan is still alive. Does flash over, manages to get the pick up of the Volibear, goes straight back in. Sion and Kahan here, going on a rampage. And this will likely be a very dead, very sad Annie. And once again, the 2 big AD damage dealers alive on purple side will be able to go for that push. Essentially, go for the mid tower, rotate round. Don't think there's enough time to go for the mid inhib turret. Tristana is up in 2 seconds. Volibear will be trying to defend. We do see them back off, take a bit of jungle, farm up.
Yeah, they have no wards though. Oh, they do. Look, Sion places a ward. Must have been his trinket.
Gonna have to say a lot of armor coming out from both teams, and AD carry sort of been left alone a little bit. I think that's the lack of Last Whisper coming out. Not as easily able to shred through characters such as Volibear, such as Sion.
Yeah. Another thing I can point out as well is Vlad not building, Bruiser or tank like a top laner and just going as though he was a mid laner.
Yeah.
Going full AP with the Zhonya's being the only thing that's providing him any amount of tankiness.
I think despite the slightly lost team fight in the last one, that has played very well off to Vlad. given he is acting as that front line with that ability to do a lot of spell vamp, but at the same time popping big amount of damage.
Yeah.
We are seeing the rotation
And it looks like
down.
Blue's gonna try and get Baron.
Essentially going for, they have started off the dragon. I think they are going to back away, trying to get a little bit of a catch onto purple.
Yeah. I think they're trying to bait this out more than anything.
I think they are, but they have managed to, they've taken Baron down a little bit, but they are taking a lot of damage. Shilikon is down to about 2/3.
Rama's scaring them away. Extremely tanky there. Almost
Definitely.
full build as well.
Ramos with his W up, I would go so far as to say up to the 250 to 300 armor mark. Very, very tanky Ramos at the minute. As well as that Warmog, so be armor.
Red side clearing the vision around Baron, trying to establish control there in case they end up going for it. But which they'll probably do after a team fight goes in their favor, because right now it's really risky for any of the teams to go for Baron. Sion ulting in!
Sion dives straight in.
Hitting the volley.
We do see a lot of damage once again. Sion does manage to go straight to that back line. Sion and Kahan go through. Vlad, on the other hand, going for the back line of purple side, does pick off Morgana, does manage to get the pick off of Tristana, two of their crucial damage dealers as well. Now we see Kahan and Ramos backed off the fight, and a very well played there from blue side.
And Sion using the lifesteal on the creeps to try and get a little extra time, but didn't work out. Again, how is Blue Side managing to win fights with this? This is Blue Side's team composition.
I feel like Blue Side's team comp, as well as being very well, they've got that strong tanky front line, which Tristana and Morgana at the back are having a hard time pushing through. They are facing that Vlad, and I know Vlad managed to kill them both in that fight. Whereas on the flip side, Blue Side's Tristana Annie are finding it very easy to absolutely rip through Kahan. He does manage to get his burst off, but then he has to back away.
Yeah, and they've got the inhib mid, so...
Yeah, very well played there from Blue team.
Red side does have their creeps pushing up on the top lane though, so Blue should
looks
respond
like
to
they
this.
are rotating out to try and go for a Baron. Like risky play there. I have to call a little bit of a risky Baron. They did just manage to take the inhib, but then again it is already down to half.
Yeah. And Red side are loving this because they're probably going to get the top tower.
Rammus is going in for the steal once a year. I think in times like this, Rammus diving, flashing straight in. This will come down to a smite.
But Volley managing to get it, but here they go.
And here we see the fight again. The blue side do have the Baron. On the purple side, only 3 members coming in at any one time.
Trist going in for the Zed, not managing to get any damage off.
Very well played there from Trist, going very aggressive and does manage to get the kill. And this potentially could be a push to win right here.
Yep, and that Baron has reduced the gold lead to 2K.
Oh,
flashing
very aggressive
in.
flashing for Volley. And he does manage to get the pick. We do
Are
see
blue side
only
gonna
2
end?
members. 2 members alive on purple side.
Blue side is probably going to end this.
30-second death timers. They've got the creeps. They've got a tank in Volley Bear and Tibbers. This potentially could be the end. GG's coming out. I think this will be the end.
Unbelievable, managing to throw away a 10k gold lead. Blue getting the
Very
gold
well
lead right
played.
at the end.
As I said, they needed to pick smart team fights, and that's exactly what they did. Coming out to, in actual fact, leading the gold right now of about 500, so it's very equal.
So as I predicted in the beginning, blue side with the win. Kahan managing to throw away a huge lead on his Zed. Only 4 deaths, but those were quite crucial deaths that meant that they ended up losing team fights versus blue side.
Very interesting game there. I would be very interested to find out who did a lot of damage. I feel like, unsurprisingly, it will go down to the AoE splash from Brand, but most importantly, Vlad, I feel, was very crucial in the last few fights there.
Yeah, definitely. You could tell that blue side just grouping up together and were just much better coordinated, and their team composition was a bit better than purple sides, you know,
Yeah.
a lot more team fight oriented, slightly more into the late game as well, managing to scale well, especially with Vlad catching up on CS and Annie managing to get a couple kills, so she could pick up that Rabadon because she was building quite tanky before. Getting the Rabadons and the Sorcerer Shoes to be able to do damage in those team fights, quite crucial for blue side to be able to pull out the win.